you will not believe what's going on here, or I mean, I guess technically you will because you're seeing the video right here, right now, but I have found a new game to play. It is a free game to play, and it is wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful, and unfortunately, this was supposed to be a video where there was actually mic talk and everything during the video. I went through, watched it, and I don't know what happened. Something got messed up somewhere along the lines, and none of the audio was picked up at all, except later on in the video you'll see bits and pieces, or you'll hear bits and pieces rather, where my dad's mic actually picked up part of the audio. I guess this game actually has a in-game voice feature, which is pretty cool. I'm still really fairly new to the game. I just picked it up over the weekend, and by that I mean it is free to play, completely free. He actually found it on Steam. He was like, "Hey, I think you'd like this." I was like, "Sure, let's check it out." We both downloaded it. We both installed it. We both absolutely love the game. It's like Call of Duty. It is pretty much exactly like Call of Duty, except in its own little universe. I don't quite know what exactly that is just yet, but so far it's been a really fun game. It's been great. There's a lot of fun. We have a lot of action. There's a lot of dying in it. There's a lot of killing the enemy in it. There's just a lot of stuff in it that, I mean, it's pretty much like any other FPS game out there. But in my opinion, it is actually one of the better FPS games out there. Not just because it's free, although that is one of the best perks about this game. But I've actually, Call of Duty, and I'm trying to think some other ones. Battlefield is a really good one. Call of Duty, my mind's drawing a blank right now, I'm not sure why. But a lot of the FPS games out there, it's the same thing. I mean, and that's what this is too, it's the same thing. You got your, like right now I'm doing basically capture the flag. You got your team deathmatch. Like Counter-Strike Global Offensive is another one. They have a demolition mode in here where it's actually planting the bomb. They actually, which is neat, have a hide and seek mode in here. You have to be level 7 before you can go to it. It's in alpha stages or whatever right now. But the way that one works is you actually, you're either one of the ghost people and you're hiding for your life trying to live, or you're one of the hunters and you're trying to find the ghost people and kill them. And if you're a hunter, you got quite a bit of health. If you're a ghost, you got this, it's a permanent cloak basically. If you move, you can get detected. If they kill one of you, they can pick up a brain, which when they eat it basically gives them a radar vision. They can see you. There's a lot of good stuff in this game. It has a lot of potential, and I mean a lot of potential. The only thing, just like Call of Duty, just like Battlefield, the one thing that I hate the most is the fact that there are shotguns in this game, and the shotguns are completely overpowered. And I understand a shotgun should be, you know, a really decent weapon. It should do some really good damage. It's a shotgun, especially if you're shooting somebody in the face right next to them. But it's when you're, you know, someone comes up behind you and you turn around and you start shooting them and then you get one-shotted. Or as you're running around the map, they're cloaked, because you can cloak in here, and they come out of nowhere and one-shot you. Or, you know, as you're running around, they're halfway across the map and they're shooting a couple slugs at you. Guess what? You're still gonna die. That's the only thing that I don't like. That's the only thing that has really irritated me to an extreme in this game. You do have snipers in here who I have found out you can quick scope people. No scoping isn't as much of an option, thankfully. As you saw here, I was shooting the terminal, and that's what this game is called. It's called a terminal conquest, I believe. And the guy, I thought he was shooting the terminal, so I'm like, you know what? I'm shooting the terminal. I guess this is how you take it over. And then I realized, nope, there is an actual enemy over there. So I'm glad I didn't die, and I'm glad I didn't get him killed. But the one thing I like about this game too, I don't know what it is about it, but I'm on fire. I am on a roll, and I do like super good with it. Unfortunately, you know, not every game I do great, and that's life. That's how it, you know, how it works. But the game itself has been fun. It's been amazing. I have loved every moment of it. Like I said, there is so much potential in this game. It's not even funny. And a lot of the stuff that I've kept reading about it, you know, you're always gonna have the people, oh, well, it's a free game that's gonna have microtransactions, it's pay to win, and blah blah blah. That's actually very not true about this game. For being a free-to-play game, it is well done. They have you can purchase, you know, you can spend your real life hard-earned money to purchase Nexon points or whatever it is, which I guess if I could say that too, that's another downside of the game that I don't like, is it's done through Nexon. But so far I've not had any issues with them, and the one time I did contact their customer support because I was trying to actually buy something, because you can buy skins for your weapons, you can buy skins for your heroes, and I'll explain that here in just a moment. But the way it works is you can spend your money and you can buy these skins, and I guess your first day, to prevent someone from making accounts and then hacking you, or hacking your bank accounts and just wasting all your money away, you have a temporary like suspension on your account just to get your account verified and blah blah blah. So I contacted them, and their live chat got back to me right away. It was super friendly, super quick, and I mean I was impressed. For Nexon, I couldn't believe it. So I will, for being a Nexon company, I will give them, you know, I'll give them props for this game. They did a really good job. As far as what I was going with earlier about the microtransactions, so you can buy skins for your heroes, you can buy skins for the weapons. I haven't seen anything you can use the points, the real life money for, other than that so far. Or you can also, there's starter packs, which I've never wasted money on a starter pack before. It's not worth your time. You know, play the game. If you don't like it, oh well. If you do love it, you know, and you want to invest in the game a little bit, they have a starter pack, sure, go for it. But I've never done it myself. There's, you know, there's not a need. There's a couple times where I may consider it, but this is definitely not one of the games to do that with. But your heroes, and pardon me for saying a lot, I'm trying to work on it. That was the only thing. When I made this video, I had a lot of good stuff in here. There's a lot of good moments. There's a lot of good talking and cooperation. Now, fortunately, the audio went completely bye-bye. It vanished. It disappeared. So I'm trying to work on that. I'm trying to figure out how to commentate a little bit better as well. But especially trying to I guess, sell you guys this game. There will be a link in the description below, so be sure to check it out, please. I promise you, this game is worth your time. This game is worth your effort. This game is worth whatever you decide to put into it. Like I said, money is not really something you have to worry about with it. Microtransactions are not a thing, at least not of right now. That may change in the future, I don't know. But as of right now, they're not, so I'm definitely giving them props for that as well. The game itself, the gameplay is pretty smooth, pretty fluent. I don't really have any lag issues with it. I've had a couple times where I'll freeze, but usually it's I'm doing something externally, either with shadow play or just trying to make sure a setting is correct, and it might lag for a second, or I might have like one little bit of network lag. I have noticed in live games where I'm going against other people, I have seen people have really high lag, really high ping, and that does bother me a little bit, because I had one game, the guy was right in front of me, I'm shooting him, I put a clip into him, he managed to actually turn around and kill me and another guy. He was lagging so bad, he was basically teleporting across the map. It was stupid, it was crazy, nothing I could do about it. So that's one of the downsides I've had, but like I said, it's a free-to-play game. So, given that it is free-to-play, I cannot complain at all. I've been pretty much on fire with this game. I love the guns, I love the mechanics of it. It is a good, solid FPS game. I mean, your bullets will hurt somebody. I don't have any way to recover health in here from what I can tell. If you get hurt, you're stuck. You either die or you kill the next guy. That's your only two options. You can't really recover health in here. Going on about the classes, as you can see, there was a guy right there in front of me who just killed me. He was stealth. So you got several classes. You got the one I started with was you get a heat sensor or heat seeking ability. It basically sends this wave through the map, and it kind of shows you where someone is, or like heat signature. You have a guy who has a arm rocket on his, I don't know what it's called. It's called like armband rocket or something. He basically has a rocket attachment on his arm that you can use it every so many, after you get, I think it's like 200 points, which you get your points over time, and then you also get your points by killing people. I believe you get them by capping stuff. But the arm rocket is super powerful. It's pretty much OP, if I can say it like that. If you get it, you have two stages. You got your first stage, which is your tier 1, just shoots one rocket. You got second stage, tier 2, which shoots 2 rockets. Super powerful. You can wipe an entire point with it. Great thing if you're doing a terminal conquest like this. There's a invisible lady. She, just like it says, it's like a camouflage. It camouflages you. You can run around. You're basically invisible. And the invisibility in this game is really well put, really well done. You actually pretty much are invisible. You can see people to an extent, but for the most part, especially if they're just standing still, you're done for. And everything has a time limit with it. I don't know what the time limits are. Time limit is pretty good on the invisibility. And then there's a few abilities as well, like the heat seeking and then camouflage. You can actually share these with your teammates. I don't know how that works quite 100% just yet. I don't know if only so many people can use your ability at the same time. I don't know if you have to have a tier 2 ability or tier 1 is working okay. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out all this stuff. But you got the camouflage person, you got the heat seeker, you got the arm rocket, you got a guy who has a sentry turret he can put down. Sentry turret doesn't work so well. It's got a really narrow range, but it does work. I will give him that. It has a decent amount of hit points, and it will kill you. You have a seeker drone, which basically you control from what I understand. It goes around and you can explode it, and it does a pretty hefty amount of damage. So that's been a nice thing I've seen from my team using it. It's also been a terrible thing when it's used against me. I'm trying to think here, because I haven't used them on myself. You got a guy who has a nano gel armor ability, which that can also be shared. Basically, you got a really thick hide, nano gel hide thing that goes around you, absorbs some damage. Helps you out a little bit. You got a person who can put down a plasma barrier, I believe. And then there's also a person who has I guess it's an EMP. I don't know if it's a grenade or EMP generator or what it is. I'm not sure what that does. I've not actually seen that one used yet. You get another person who has a super sprint ability. I have seen that. It's pretty cool. I've used it before. You move really quick with this, and it's pretty awesome. They did a good job with that one as well. Other than that, I think that's pretty much all the heroes or classes that you can choose from. You get one class you start with at level 2, you can pick a second class, I think it is, and at level 4 you can pick a third one. From there, I don't know how you would unlock more. I still haven't got that far in the game yet. I'm only level 8 myself. As far as starting weapons, you start with an assault rifle, which is an M4A1, I believe. You start with a submachine gun, which I don't remember what that is, and you start with a sniper rifle. All classes have a primary, a secondary pistol, third, a tridary, which is your melee weapon, and you all get a grenade. Overall, I mean, it's basically any FPS for the most part, but it's so well done. The game is done so good. I love it. I really do. I'm going to be putting a lot of time into this. I can already tell. Look at that top operative. I am sorry. I got a little bit excited. I like seeing that. I mean, I do really well in this game. I don't know why, but I mean, it's just a really good, solid game all the way around, hands down. If it had a price involved, I would definitely recommend buying the game. It doesn't, so I definitely recommend just going out and picking up a copy offline from the website. Again, link is going to be in the description below. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. Just expect a lot more videos coming from this. Expect a lot more gameplay. It's a great game. I can't wait to get deep into it and get a lot of videos going for it. Without further ado, though, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it as always. I will have my next video up soon. Surgery's going on, so bear with me as far as video upload times and schedules. I'm definitely working on it. Definitely trying to make sure I have content that's going up and going out. My surgery is already, by the time you've seen this video, it's already been done. And I'll explain more what's going on with that here in another video, or I might just do a vlog that I might upload from where I'm staying afterwards. We'll see what happens. But until then, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I will see you all next time.